Is the BLU Vivo Go worth $79.99? Well, in this video, we're going to be going over everything that you get, and we're going to be going over the actual device itself so that you can make that decision on your own. But this is Kevin Breeze here. Thanks for watching, and let's dive on in. So the BLU Vivo Go is available right now on Amazon.com for $79.99. Now, you'll definitely want to take a look at the link in the video description to see if they've reduced the price over time, because they probably have since I've recorded this video. But this device is GSM unlocked, which means that it'll work on any GSM carrier. So in the United States, this will work on AT&T or T-Mobile, and also the smaller prepaid carriers such as Metro by T-Mobile and Cricket. Now, this device features a 6-inch display, and I really think the display looks nice. Now, even though this device is really a low-budget device, the display looks great, it's nice and clear, and despite it being 720p, it's really hard to tell that it's 720p because everything just looks super sharp. So, whatever BLU is using as their supplier for displays for their devices is a really great supplier because this display is awesome. Now, there is no notch on the top, and you'll have to decide on your own if that's a good thing or a bad thing. In my opinion, I think that the device features a really good design, so I'm glad there's no notch. And there are, some bezels here in the top and bottom, but they're really small, and overall this device looks modern, and it looks like something that would be a hot device to buy in 2019. So whoever designed this did a great job at designing it. Now, like I said, the device features a 720p display. It features an 18:9 aspect ratio, which means that the display itself is a bit taller than your typical 16:9 display. Now, the device up top here features a front-facing camera coming in at 5 megapixels and a front-facing flash. So the front-facing flash is a pretty rare feature that you really don't see with too many devices at all. So the fact that that's found on a device that's this cheap is really impressive. Internally, the BLU Vivo Go features 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and you have the ability to expand that with a microSD card. The device does not feature wireless charging, but that's kind of to be expected for a device in this price range. But we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back. And I actually just finished creating a video about the fingerprint sensor, so you might want to check that out to see my full thoughts and opinions on the fingerprint sensor. But in a nutshell, the fingerprint sensor works really well. It's not the fastest I've ever used, but it works well. So as far as usability goes, you're not going to have any complaints there. Also on the rear are the dual cameras. Now, the main camera is 8 megapixels, and the secondary camera down below is 0.3 megapixels. By having that secondary camera, you were able to get portrait mode with this device, but let me warn you right now that it's really not that great, and really I don't think they need to even include that because it doesn't work well at all. The actual main camera, the 8 megapixel camera, is pretty good. I'm going to be putting out a full camera review of this device pretty soon, so you'll have to check that out to get my full thoughts on that. The camera is about as good as you'd expect for a device in this price range. The BLU Vivo Go features 1 gigabyte of RAM, and it features the MediaTek MT6739 processor. So as far as both the RAM and processor go, it's not extremely impressive, but what this device has that many don't is that it runs Android 9 Pie Go Edition. So since this runs Go Edition, it's more optimized for the lower end specifications here. So despite this device only having 1 gigabyte of RAM, it still runs pretty well, and it's pretty snappy, and it really is usable, because there have been other devices I've used in the past that run Android and they only have 1 gigabyte of RAM, and they're really not even usable. I mean, it's like a paperweight. So this device, despite it only having 1 gigabyte of RAM and kind of a mediocre processor, still runs well, and this device is certainly usable. Now, another cool thing about Android Go Edition is that you get these Go optimized applications. Now, these are the ones that Google has created, such as Google Go, Gmail Go, Assistant Go, and Maps Go. But you can also download other applications from other third parties, such as Facebook Lite and other alternatives like that, basically applications that are designed for more stripped down, lower end devices like this one. What's great about these Go optimized applications is that they're going to be smaller in size. They're going to run smoother, but if for some reason you want the full-blown version of any of these apps, you can always download those in the Google Play Store. So if for some reason Maps Go doesn't have everything you're looking for, then you can always download the full Google Maps, but you're probably not going to get the best performance with that. Video recording on this device maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second, and the battery is actually pretty large, coming in at 2600 milliamp hours. I certainly recommend that you watch my full review video, which is already on my channel as far as battery life goes, because I kind of dive a little bit deeper into that. Battery life with this has been really great, and I've been impressed with the size of the battery and its longevity. As far as the hardware goes with this device, we already kind of went over the display. You know, it's 6 inches, it comes in at 720p at an 18:9 aspect ratio. Then up top, we have that front-facing camera coming in at 5 megapixels with the front-facing flash. We also have the earpiece up here, and down below, we have the Android navigation buttons. You can also swap this out for the swipeable, gesture-based buttons. So you have to decide what you want to do, but you do have both options there. But for me personally, I kind of like these traditional Android buttons. Kind of a cool bonus feature here on the left side is that we have this button here that is dedicated for 2 functions. So when you tap on it, you can do accelerate, which kills all background applications so that whatever you're working on right now, see, it just killed 93 megabytes of memory. So basically once you tap on that button and you go to accelerate mode, it just kills off everything in the background so that the task you're currently doing runs faster. Now another option too when you tap on that button is power saver. When you tap on that, the display goes into black and white, and you have limited functionalities here. So you can do phone, contacts, messages, clock, contacts, and you can add other functionalities in here as well. So you can add most apps here, but really this is designed for the most important functions here, such as calling and messaging. And I think that's really cool because if you're in a situation where your phone might die, then at least you know if you switch to this mode, you're going to get some extreme battery life out of this, so you won't be stranded wherever you're at. It's also really easy to switch from this power save mode back to the normal mode. All you have to do is tap on that button on the left side, and you're instantly back to where you were before. Also on the left side is the volume rocker. Then taking a look on the right side, we have the slot here for the micro SD card and the SIM card. We also have the power button. Then up top, we have the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and the micro USB port. Then on the bottom, we have the speaker grill and we have the microphone. And it's kind of interesting how the micro USB port is up on the top and not on the bottom. It almost seems like it should have been on the bottom, considering that there's like that open space there. But whatever, that's how BLU chose to do it. And it's not a huge deal, but I do kind of prefer having both of these ports on the bottom. Then taking a look on the back side, we have 2 BLU logos, we have the fingerprint sensor, and we have the dual camera setup with the flash in the middle. This is the box that the BLU Vivo Go comes in. It's kind of a cool design with this neon styling here with some different pictures on both sides. We have specifications here on the back side, but I already went over most of these specs. What's great about BLU is that they always include a lot of different accessories and things in the box, and this is no exception to that. So let me pull some of this out. So we have the micro USB cable for charging and data transferring. We have the wall adapter. We have a clear case. We have some quick start guides. And we have a BLU sticker. So is the BLU Vivo Go worth buying? Well, in my opinion, I think it is worth buying. I think it's a great deal. And I noticed in some of my previous videos about this device, some of the people in the comments have been kind of critical of it, saying that it's not a great device. But you have to remember that this device is only $79.99. This is not an $800 device. This can't be compared to iPhones, at least on an equal level. This device is in a whole league of its own, considering how cheap it is. And of course, if you want to spend a little bit more money, you're going to get a lot better of a device. Like I recently reviewed the BLU Vivo XL4, and that device is a lot better than the BLU Vivo Go, but it's also $50 more expensive. So if you're looking to save money, this device is a great deal. I mean, really. And what's cool about it is that it runs the latest version of Android. It has Go Edition, which is an extra bonus here because it's more optimized for its lower end specifications. And overall, just from me using this device, and the hardware and everything, it's just a great experience because you're getting a really nice display here. You're getting a good build here. The build quality is really nice. It's a stylish device. And I think it's perfect for someone that needs a device that just does the basics, such as phone calls and texting and web browsing. And then of course you have options to do more advanced features like watch YouTube videos and play games. But for the basics, this device works really well. It has a good sized battery at 2600 milliamp hours, and I really do think there's a lot to like about the BLU Vivo Go. Now, if you're interested in buying this, definitely take a look at the link in the video description, as I'll take you over to Amazon where you can pick it up. You can also check over there to see what the latest pricing is for this, because I did notice that BLU seems to change their pricing quite a bit for their devices, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So you'll have to check and see what this device is currently available for, but at the time of me making this video, it's available for $79.99. But thanks again for watching. This is Kevin Breeze here. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos or devices I should review. And with all that said, I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye.